Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we are all jacking in for a thrilling horror movie called HorrorVision.
If you want to survive, you're going to have to rid yourself of technology. You and I are man's only hope. We better start writing a eulogy.
Whatever the hell that was.
That
All
trailer lies so much.
Can you tell the trailer had 14 pixels, Spiv? I don't even know how you...
It didn't have any driving scenes in it.
Dude, we will save it for the show. How dare you, sir?
We're on the show.
We are. Oh my God. Everybody, we jacked in. We'll be jacking off later. But for now, we got to talk about HorrorVision. I'm excited. Everybody is pumped up, it seems.
From all the jacking.
Yeah. From the thorough amount of jacking. Anyways, we're not going to do that joke all night long, Aaron. That's just immature and kind of childish.
All night long, Chris?
Slow brow.
It's low brow, Aaron, even for you. And that's saying quite a bit because your brow, my friend, has been 6 feet from the edge. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Let's move on. No, I feel good. Feel energized. The technology.
A little bit dated.
Nah. But it took me back to a time. Yeah, it took me back to a time that I kind of appreciated. I was nostalgic. I'll just say that. We'll get into it, though. HorrorVision. AJ, what is it about?
Well, Chris, I'm glad you asked.
God help you.
The website, HorrorVision.com, has a mysterious secret. Anyone who logs onto it winds up dead. After Des, a web programmer, logs in, his girlfriend and others are attacked.
Oh my
Only
God!
Des and a mysterious man named Bradbury can stop the ominous forces intent on ruining the cyber world in the 2001 classic HorrorVision.
HorrorVision. Is it a Ray Bradbury reference?
I think they were
Let's hope
trying.
not.
I think they were.
Ray Bradbury's spinning in his grave.
Radar for all the
Kind of a
montages.
Fahrenheit 451 thing, maybe.
You know, he
The
wrote
themes-
that in
the
one
Whoa,
themes
this is
are-
lowbrow, not highbrow.
Sorry.
Spiv, the themes are heavy in this movie. Don't worry. We're going to unpack all those themes like you would
Okay.
the bit rate of a download of a modem or something. That's all technology, and that makes sense.
I
Spiv.
enjoyed when he goes to the site and the images pop in one by one to make the bigger image.
That was legit.
I
That was
loved
legit.
it,
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. There's nostalgia here that I can't wait to get
hacking
into.
on a Mac.
HorrorVision. I did look up the website. Unfortunately, it is for sale.
Yes.
If
Get it.
everyone wants to, if everyone's
it's only
interested, we'll start a
$2,700.
GoFundMe and we'll collectively buy HorrorVision and start this whole thing up again.
For 1 month.
I saw a review somebody posted like years ago. They're like, I went to the website and it's just a porno site. I mean, what were you expecting though? Were you expecting to like be murdered from your sockets? Anyways, yeah.
It seemed like it was a porno site in the movie.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
a little bit. maybe.
erotic art.
Tyrell Corporation.
Tyrell Corporation.
Cyberpunk Studio.
I mean, it's
I
got
mean,
like yellow pages.
That is a 90s
Look,
website.
got some
I've never
wares.
seen one.
Where?
That's some
where's-
GeoCity shit right there.
Yeah,
You
right?
get free email for life.
I used to run a bunch of websites, and back then you could create frames, and I hid a bunch of ads behind frames and made money off that in the 90s,
Nice.
80s, to early 2000s, I guess. Yeah, I was kind of a big deal back then, Lindsay. You might not know, but it was kind of a big deal.
In your mom's basement.
My
This
mom's
was the
basement.
original Jacker in, right?
Been jacking for years, guys. All right, 2001. Aaron,
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, can you stop? It was weird because we were just talking about jacking in, and then you're like looking down, but your arm's kind of shaking. Like I was like, maybe you took it a little too far, Aaron. Anyways, 2001. It's not only a space odyssey, it is also a time where we are going to talk about tonight as soon as I find the bumper. But it's seamless the way I continue transitioning and searching and transitioning. Where is the goddamn history? All right, Aaron, 2001. Let's take a moment and jack into your history hole.
For Aaron's history hole.
Okay, Captain Tom.
Speaking of 2001, right?
Yeah, really. Like 97 maybe. This was released on January 9th, 2001. So some other movies released that month were Antitrust, Save the Last Dance,
It's the opposite of trusting.
Classic.
The Wedding Planner, and
That's
The
stupid.
Pledge.
Wedding planning is
That's not Drew Barrymore.
fucking worst.
Wedding Planner?
No,
That's the wedding singer.
It's just a
Wedding
Jennifer
Planner
Lopez.
was Jennifer Lopez and Matthew McConaughey when he
Yeah.
was trying to do romantic comedies for some reason.
Yeah, before we got serious about his work in art.
We've covered 2001 a couple times with Ticker,
Oh, yeah.
movie of the year, and Killer Buzz.
What is Ticker? Oh, that's that stupid fucking
Don't
Steven
even.
Seagal movie.
Yeah,
God.
you did
is
that on
Ticker?
purpose, didn't you? The
You
whispering.
guys want to watch a terrible movie with me not doing anything in it?
And you want to diffuse a bomb, you have
Aaron just diffused his camera.
to stick your finger in the hole and
Not that.
feel around.
hole. Yeah, that's the
Jesus. A little to the left. All right, so our director was Danny Draven.
Eric
Draven-
Draven's brother from The Crow.
Yeah,
Nice.
Is that what
exactly.
his name was? Eric Draven? Something like
Dude has a lot of
Yeah.
credits, though. He's 21 director credits and 75 producer credits. He produces lots of schlock. Things like Real
Surprise.
Evil, Weed G's,
that. Yeah.
Dead Time Tales, Aliens Gone Wild, and I, Vampire.
Put him on the...
You
Come on,
forgot Evil
man.
Bong 3.
Yeah, Evil Bar. He doesn't.
Aaron.
Dude,
Series.
do you want to list all 75 movies? I can gladly do that.
I mean, Evil Bond
they-
3 sounds like one to put on the list.
These are all Full Moon movies, aren't they?
Most of them, yes.
And he made them all in 1 year.
He's been at
Same
this for a
set,
while.
yeah.
He's
I know.
actually still working. He currently
cool.
has 2 documentaries in production. One called Beyond Fiction, and another called Social Poison.
Oh my.
I was hoping one was a deep dive documentary into the making of Evil Bong 3.
Cool.
Army of
All right.
Bongness.
Army of Bongs.
Army of Dankness.
Oh, there you go.
All right, our writers, plural, for this movie were J.R. Bookwalter. He wrote
name.
Zombie Cop.
What? Did we
The
say
Sandman.
Okay. Yes, Zombie Cop. We need to
The
cover
Sandman? Did we watch that one?
Sandman. We did not watch that one, but it's on our list. Chick Boxer.
that. Okay, it's a little.
I hope it's a
questionable.
baby chicken.
Kind of sexist.
Oh man, that would
That
be
would be
God, that would be great. And currently in post, he has a film called Invasion of the Not Quite Dead.
okay.
I got better. Scott Phillips is the other writer. He wrote Gimme Skelter, Wedding Slashers, Science Bastard, Drive, which is on our list, and Codename Dynastud.
Oh my god.
I hope it's about dinosaurs.
I
Codename
certainly hope so.
Dinah Stud.
That
Yeah.
sounds cool.
I want to
Or
watch
is it like
that.
dynamite? Or
Dynastud sounds like some sort of like high-tech stud used in production of like
Dynastud.
walls or something. You're a dinosaur. Make the
I don't
custom
think, I
wall
don't think that's
material
what they're
around.
going
Alright.
for.
You don't need a drill, just buy the
Listen.
Dynastud.
No, this is
your pre-framed dynastud.
that's not what it is about.
No,
That's not what it's about.
it's got to have something to do with like breeding.
In 2024, a man tries to stop a wave of terror and repression after the government outlaws homosexuality.
Oh,
Wow.
Not what I was expecting.
Not
did
what I
not
was...
expect that.
Maybe we shouldn't put it on the list then.
Maybe not.
Okay.
Probably.
Our
not.
cinematographer was a very prodigious person, actually. You may find this hard to believe. but Mac Alberg.
I find it hard to believe they had a cinematographer.
Yes, this guy has been
Wow,
has done
Swift.
tons of things.
Save your hatred.
Some examples are
Save your
Ghoulies, House, From Beyond, Parasite, Deep Star 6, The Wonder Years TV show, Robot Jock, Space Truckers, Striking Distance, that little known, what's his face, Die Hard
Willis?
on a boat with Sarah
Bruce
Jessica
Willis?
Parker movie. Yes, Bruce Willis,
Die
Reanimator.
Hard on a boat with Sarah Jessica movie? Wait, hold on. I think you had a stroke.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
I want to unpack some of this. What the fuck are you talking about?
Anna Reanimator, Beverly Hills
no,
Cop 3.
wait a second. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on.
Our music.
Okay. Pause. Okay. First off, that was not nice. Sarah
was not
Jessica
nice.
Parker, I'm sure, is a fine person.
I'm
okay. I don't know.
I'm sorry. It's what reminded me. It just popped in my head. I apologize.
I have no
was
idea what
uncalled
you were
for.
talking about there. I did have a quip I wanted to add. Is anyone familiar with the band called The Wonder Years?
No.
They're kind of like an indie rock band. Anyways, I think
No.
they're pretty popular. They tour the world. Anyways, Amy's cousin is like the lead guy in it.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
So
So you're famous by association.
I just feel terrible when I what? No,
You're famous by
I'm
association.
Famous by association. People are
Okay.
like, "Yo," when they go to the concerts, they're like, "Oh, yo, is your cousin's husband a guy who isn't successful?"
Can I give you
Doesn't
this
he
to
have
get
a
his
box?
autograph? Next time you see him.
Anyways, continue, Aaron. You
I
can
tried
continue
to find-
insulting Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, that was rude. I apologize. I that was really not very nice. I tried to find
fine.
something about the
You
music
learned.
in
This is
this
how you
movie,
learn.
but I really couldn't find anything. So our editor for music was Danny Draven,
Wait,
and our
you didn't
collaborator was Courtney Papastasis.
look up the band Jack Off Jill or whatever?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Jack
Oh,
off
man.
Jill.
I was like, that's pretty clever and
All right.
also
I
incredibly
mean, we'll
stupid.
get into it, but the music in this movie sounds like music you hear from like a mile away, where it's like echoing off the canyon and it's all dissonant and like
and
flat and weird sounding.
You're still like, wow, that's
like-
fucking terrible.
yeah, exactly.
Who's that guy that does
Exactly.
all that? That weird ambient stuff, like on boats with like speakers? Zada
know.
or Zeta?
What?
There's like some famous guy.
Such a
that's what he
cultured
does.
individual, AJ.
AJ, you're so like what is it called? Not indie.
Artsy?
No, not
Educated?
artsy.
Hipster? No, he's
Hipster,
not
AJ, you're a hipster.
No.
I'm a hipster?
I don't know.
I'm too old to be a hipster.
You know, before we go any further, we didn't discuss that there's two versions of this film.
What?
There's this
What?
one, and if you watched on Tubi, you had an option of watching a different version, slightly.
Oh, the Shatner one, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
you have
Lord.
the shot. Which,
I wanted
with
to
his
watch that, by
commentary,
the
is
way.
actually shorter. I don't know how that's possible.
Damn.
And
we missed out.
did you watch any of his little intro? Because
I did
he's
not.
standing there like at a bar in Florida, and the bartender is this weird Michael Berryman mascot. It's
What?
bizarre. Yeah.
That version is 108 minutes long, and the other one is 112.
How is that possible?
I should have watched.
I'm sorry,
that.
not
I just
112
assumed it
minutes, an
was
hour and 12 minutes versus an hour and 8 minutes.
Okay.
5 of which is credits.
Oh, I wish I
Yes.
watched that one.
We
Yeah.
will get into it. There's a lot to talk about, Spiv.
All right, so moving on. So movies to check out. We
Cannot
have
believe you right
Ozone. And no,
That's
Chris,
cool.
this has nothing to do with the game from last week. This is from 1993.
I don't remember what the game was last week.
Is it an O-face or is it a...
Oh,
Something.
yeah. Get right in the zone, the ozone.
Is it the ozone layer or is it
Okay, so while ambushing a drug dealer, Detective Eddie Boone is injected in a fight against the dealer with a new drug called Ozone, which transforms the users into powerful zombies.
Oh my.
Does it
This
make
sounds
holes
critical.
in your brain layer?
Yeah, to make holes in the ozone layer is what you were getting at there. That's a environmental joke, Spiv. Not a lot of people are going to understand that one, but
Hey,
I
I grew up
picked
in
it
the
up.
90s.
Yeah, yeah. Hairspray, am I right? Doesn't the hairspray
I'm
destroy
right.
the ozone layer? Yeah.
We have
Fluorocarbons.
So many fluorocarbons.
CFCs. All right,
Look at that
speaking of
guy's mouth.
CFCs and the dangers of refrigerant, we have The Dead Next Door.
Wait.
That's a cool cover.
That was a cool cover.
Isn't this scene? Don't they put scenes of that in this movie? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's playing on
When
the
he's watching
television.
TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is that when he throws the head?
Yes.
Yeah, and it eats the hand. Or eats
Yes.
the finger.
Yes. So this is from 1989.
Yeah.
An elite anti-zombie team is assembled by the government to cope with an ever-growing undead infection and the religious cult zealots who fanatically protect the festering foes.
I've seen it. It feels like a really cheap Romero movie, but
Cool.
like way cheaper. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of
Yeah.
alliteration there.
There really was. All right, moving on. We have
No one knows that means Spiv. Okay, like you're just trying to sound better than everybody else now.
I know I'm better than everyone else.
Oh my god.
That's a cool
American
cover.
Rickshaw?
American Rickshaw. That's a terrible title.
Terrible title, cool cover. If you took that
It's
title
Thing
off,
in
it
the
would look
upper
awesome.
left.
I've heard of this movie and it's
Just call it No Title.
bizarre. It's really bizarre.
it sounds ridiculous.
Well, then it's a
kinda-
good title.
Kind of looks like the Exorcist cover, but they added a rickshaw to it.
right?
Aaron, I just saw your name there. That's a good IT joke.
All right, little CIDR reference. All right, so this is American Rickshaw from 1989. A Miami manual rickshaw driver, as opposed to an automatic one, finds himself entangled in the murder of a man he just met. He becomes part of a good versus evil battle between an ancient Chinese witch and an evangelist, who's actually the devil incarnate.
Evangel Fist.
I feel like this movie probably has many racist overtones, but then
Yeah.
also like I've been to boardwalks and they still use rickshaws.
Yeah. It's by an Italian director.
Okay.
So, it might be interesting. Or it might be incredibly racist. Hopefully not. We have Aliens Gone Wild from 2005. This looks like a culmination of a bunch of just different...
Aliens.
It's just a hack together movie by Full Moon.
Yes, it's a
just,
hack
like,
together movie by Full Moon
drive around
featuring
on a
different
bus
characters
at different
and different
times.
scenes. And some of the scenes are actually from this film that we just
Sure.
watched.
That one is from Robot Wars or whatever we
Yes,
watched. Or
yeah, that one's in
Crash
there.
and
There's,
Burn.
there's all sorts of
Thing,
stuff.
yeah.
There's some familiar looking things. So
That's
from
the
Angel-
Predator thing from that
Yeah.
one movie we watched at the opening.
Exactly. Yes.
We got
From Angel City. It's like human mandroid or whatever. From Angel City to the desert, razor sharp claws, killer parasites, deadly websites, and world destruction prevail. But have no fear. Bradbury, Jack Death, Zach Stone, and Paula Dean.
Wait,
no, Paul
Jack
Dean
Death from
will
Trans.
Paula
save the
Dean?
day.
What?
I added an
Paula
A. It's
Dean
Paul
was in
Dean.
it.
Oh, I was gonna
Will
say.
save the day. It
Wait,
sounds ridiculous. It
Jack
looks
Death
ridiculous.
is the guy from Trancers, right? He's Tiny Tim
Yeah.
in Trancers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim Thomerson is in this because they use footage from.
Sweet.
Assuming they use footage from another film.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's awful, but it might be fun
What
to
does
watch.
I wonder what the contracts look like when you do a full moon movie. Is it
You
like
give up
we
all
can
rights to
use
everything.
your
Charles
image in
Band
anything we
owns
want to?
everything.
In
and-
perpetuity forever.
Probably
and
like
ever and
written on the
ever.
back of a napkin.
We own you and any footage that we shoot.
Are we done?
We
That's
will
all I
use
got.
you in no less than 6 feature
Okay.
films.
No, I'm sure Charles Band owns everything, and then he's like, "You can I'll pay you $5,000. You got 2 days to make this movie." All right, Aaron, that was a great history hole. I learned so much. My mind has expanded with the knowledge you have provided. You're frankly doing a service to this country. I salute you, my friend and brother, in arms or something. Okay, here it is. Hey everyone, this is Chris, and just reminding you in the still of tonight to go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up. For $2 a month, you get access to the exclusive bonus podcast pre-show, as well as other bonuses. That's patreon.com/badmovienightshow.
Speaking
All
of
right.
holes in the ozone.
All that hair. Okay, HorrorVision. It's one we've been looking forward to for a really long time, probably. I would assume everybody's really been looking forward to this one. Let's start it out on a negative, way here with Spiv.
Yes.
Bring it down. So let's just set the
Okay.
bar low with Spiv, which is what he's pretty good at. So Spiv, what'd you think of HorrorVision?
I thought it had 2 really good parts. The floaty guy in the server room and the robot thing in the desert. And the rest of it was just terrible. there was nothing good about it. The acting, the writing, the camera work, it was just all bad. And then it just ends. There's no story. So, yeah, that's what I thought.
It's an interesting point of view. Lindsay, what did you think?
This movie was such a huge steaming pile of shit, but I loved it.
Okay, all right. Okay. So you were a fan.
Pretty much, yes.
You loved it, but you're pretty much.
Well, I mean, there's
Loves
stuff.
huge steaming piles of shit.
Yes, there's issues, but there's so much just incomprehensible stuff in this that I just loved it.
I made a lot of clips, and I could have kept going. I'll just say that. Yeah,
Well, it's only 60 minutes to work with, so.
yeah, it's a solid 60
That was
minutes.
another good thing about the movie.
Very
AJ, what'd you
short.
think?
It was okay. I'm kind of on the fence with this one. There are things I liked about it, things I did not like. Lots of 90s. I mean, the 1990s are riding high in this one, guys.
Early 2000s, AJ.
Early 2000s.
It
leather
feels like
pants.
the 90s.
Turn of the century.
Turn of the century. The
right.
millennium had just happened. Y2K.
We'll go with that, I guess. It feels older than that.
Yeah.
It was okay. There were moments that felt very X-Files-esque, which I thought was kind of fun, especially with like these tech angles and things like that. And yeah, I don't know. I'm mixed on it.
Aaron, what'd you think?
Yeah, so I mean, this was a super low budget movie, like $50,000 budget. I think this was actually filmed in 1999, but wasn't released until 2001.
I knew it.
Yeah,
God damn it, he knows everything.
No, I liked parts of it. The concept is interesting, but there's no real story going on. There's not much of a story. It starts getting really interesting, and then the credits roll. So, like, my biggest problem with it is just that it just ends too soon. We have a lot of filler, but then when this cool parts start happening,
Yeah.
it ends. So, I mean, I love a film where you can have a guy driving on the road and they zoom in on somebody beating another guy's senseless in the middle of the street on a mattress.
And missed punching him several times.
Here
Like
for
that. I'm totally
Roll
on
the
board
clip,
for that
Chris,
kind of
roll the
stuff.
clip.
I don't have that clip.
You don't have that clip.
So yeah, so that's actually
I'm
parts
sorry.
of this movie feel like some sort of like weird dreamlike like music video.
Did you
Yeah, I'm
appreciate
just-
the camcorder scenes when?
I love the camcorder scenes, Scott. No, I don't know. I would kind of stop talking here, but I will say that I don't hate it. It had some potential.
I liked when they zoomed in on that power line.
All right. Hear me out before you jump in
Uh-oh.
with all your negativity. I thought that this movie was impressive. In the fact that it was an hour long and yet somehow had 4 montages of people driving with music. I did read something from the director saying like a bunch of scenes had to be cut because they didn't have the funds to film it.
Sure.
So I'm guessing this was a very quick turnaround with a very low budget. But I kind of loved it in a way that I've said this before, but like this is why I like really low budget movies because they get so stupid sometimes. So like last week was kind of the opposite. Was last week the
Chill factor.
Chill factor,
Chill
where it's
factor.
like it's so by the numbers, except for the weird incesty kind of angle that they had. But otherwise, it's like it was like so standard of a horror movie. You know what I mean? This movie was ambitious in a lot of ways that it had no way of ever reaching the levels it was shooting for. I mean, clearly harping on the Matrix in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah.
But what they did have and were able to show, like with the monsters, all 3 of them, I think were cool.
They were all good. Yeah.
Were fun, and I
Yeah, they
really
were fun.
loved that stuff. And I liked the storyline, and I loved everyone's wearing leather, and it's so ridiculous and stupid. The guy has a cape, and he's like flailing it about. It's the dumbest shit, and I loved it.
So stupid.
I love the technology.
How can you not like the virus? He's awesome.
Yeah, the virus is awesome. I love like this scene where they're just like moving
Drags
files
into
in
the
an
trash.
old Mac.
The
like
world is a virus.
He had to take that one off the porn CD.
A Billy Corgan. That's all he does. Like He just puts a clothespin on his nose and starts singing. Anyways, I digress. HorrorVision. I'm not saying it's the best movie of the year, but it's probably the best movie of the year so far.
It's ambitious.
Fair.
I'll give it that.
No, it's not. But I
It
had
isn't.
a lot of fun with this.
There's parts of it that are ambitious. Yes. The special effects.
Yeah, the story's ambitious. The special effects is ambitious.
Clothing's ambitious.
The clothing's ambitious.
It's like Act 1 though, and there's nothing.
Okay. They pay off, not necessarily in all the story elements that they
Yes.
open up, but at least in some of the visual things. You see the bad guy, and he's cool. You see other monsters, and they're cool.
There's a bit
yeah,
of
for sure.
world building in a sense,
Yeah.
like with some of the sets.
There's a bit of ADR dialogue when necessary to connect scenes.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
love
yeah,
those
that's
moments. I'm
problematic.
like, anytime
This
I
is
hear
the
ADR,
headquarters.
I'm like, let's pay attention because this was added for a reason.
Well, I love how they open. We're with what's her name? Was it Rita?
Brink Stevens.
Brink Stevens.
Yeah.
Not Rita. What is
Her.
her character name?
Yeah,
though?
she's the girl from the shower from Hybrid.
Oh,
What's
but I
her
love
character
her blunt bangs.
Isn't she? Maybe she's
That's
her character.
very 2000.
Yeah.
I actually
She
kinda
looks the
liked
part.
it. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was
She
kind of
looks
cool
like the
looking.
lady
Yeah.
from CSI or whatever.
Her name's Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
this
then-
could be like CSI.
Hey, Tony.
A little bit. But then they have the opening credits that last way too long. You're going through
Slide
that
wormhole?
little... Yeah.
Oh, that's
And-
because someone spent a lot of time making it.
Chewed
It
up
was cool.
5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
That's why. I
Well,
was here for it.
and-
It's like a screensaver.
And when people get sucked into the website or wherever they get sucked into, it's like sliders also. They get
Yeah.
slidered into it.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's the way to go.
Slidered in.
They
I
get
like
they
that.
get stored to a CD-ROM.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll get to that. I want to talk about that. We'll get to that. That's later in the story.
CD-ROM. Must have been a floppy.
I've got a QuickTime of it somewhere.
And I mean, this is stereotypical hacker shit. Everyone's wearing black and all the
Yeah.
rings,
Yeah, using
And
the IMAX.
Dark
Our-
makeup stuff going
dark
on.
makeup, and it's all this
Yeah.
black and white sexual bondage, naughty photography.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I thought that at one this felt like one of those movies where it would be like pushing the limit in nudity, where you would see like, is that a baby coming? Like you would see things that aren't in an
Just
R-rated movie,
Really crazy shit.
but they don't. There's like
You
it
see
just
a
kind of talks
boob,
about that.
and that's it.
Yeah, I saw it, but it was so quick. I was like, is that a boob or is that a
I
face?
counted 666 of them.
You gotta go
Oh my
through frame by
God.
frame.
Well, of course.
Oh my god, Aaron, you're a fucking boobaholic over here or something.
Apparently.
Well, and then also our main character and his girlfriend have the same goddamn name.
Daz and
Dez
Dazzy.
Daz.
Dez and Dazzy.
What the?
Doesn't-
Why would you do that?
Isn't it like a power dynamic thing? Is that what they're doing?
I have no
Just to
idea.
confuse the audience?
What's their? The thing I'm not sure about is he actually like a hacker? He's just a writer, right? He
He's a
doesn't actually-
screenwriter, Aaron.
Well, and he
Is
sells
that what he's doing?
he sells this porn on the side to make extra money so he can write, but he never writes.
Could you imagine, like, I need to go buy some porn on a CD?
I mean, it
Is that
was
what we're
a
doing in
thing.
the 2000s?
for
Really?
$100.
$100? And it was just images, right?
Yeah.
It was
Collectors
2001,
out there,
Chris.
man. They're collectors.
JPEGs.
I really didn't
World
understand the
is a
conversation that opens the movie.
virus.
They're like, it was a kid's show. It was filthy or something. Like,
Yeah,
what
I don't know what
happened?
the
I
fuck
don't
they
know
were
what they were
talking
talking about.
It's random.
Um,
It's probably
was
from
a-
another movie.
probably. There's like so many random things. Like this kid is playing with
His
the
finger in
fucking
those
Two
capacitors.
capacitors?
Oh, yeah.
capacitor.
Well, I think
It's a
that's
good thing it wasn't
supposed
plugged in.
that's supposed to show that the youth is like
spreading?
obsessed with technology and it's like a drug type of thing.
right.
I think is
Gotcha.
what they were
Yeah,
going for,
some.
but it's
They
pretty
called it.
flimsy.
They called it early.
So, I mean,
Flimsy. That's the right word.
Flimsy like a flimsy like a floppy disk. It's my tech joke.
Brink Stevens gets killed
Oh,
because
don't show it.
why?
That's like an
It'll happen
X
to
File
us.
death, by the way. That is so an X File death.
It kind of
Death
is.
by
and-
Smurf Tube.
And it doesn't like later on they do go and explain sort of the rules behind this thing. This isn't one of them.
No.
That's
What-
what this scene was going on.
What my understanding is I forget what the bad guy's name is, like Mephisto or some shit like that, is
What? Yeah. What was
is
it?
able to like come out of technology and generate some sort of robotic creature type thing that
Yeah.
attaches.
Yes.
Manifesto.
Well,
Sometimes.
Then
Manifesto.
also with people that aren't as smart or powerful as the people on the list, then they go crazy and kill a bunch of people and then kill themselves.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, there was that whole underlying
It's like it's
mass shooting.
The
thing.
world is a vampire. It's exactly what it's about. It's spreading. It's technology is a disease, man. I mean, at one point, like you
gotta
see
smash them.
you see Manifesto's like manifesto. The human race is a ludicrous mistake, a cancer that devours itself along with everything in its path. Dun, dun, dun.
That's some Megadeth lyrics, isn't it?
That's some deep shit right there.
Must be destroyed.
And it all starts because Brink Stevens goes to HorrorVision.com.
Well, this is like some hacker site, right? And then
I mean, look at that.
she
Cyberpunk
clicks on the
Studios.
banner.
That looks like a sweet game.
She clicks an ad on Cyberpunk Studios to end up at HorrorVision.com, which is part of the Tyrell Corporation. Blade Runner. And then it blows her fucking mind, apparently, according to this.
Literally.
Literally.
Oh,
And
man,
then
it
puts
says
it on a
wares.
CD.
Do you see it says wares at the top left? That's great. I don't hear that word anymore. They don't really use that anymore, do they? Like
No.
softwares? No, that's such a cool
Wares.
early 2000s thing. Yo, you got that hot wares? On LimeWire?
You got Photoshop?
Yeah, I got
LimeWire? That's way too late.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Chris?
There was no sharing of things.
What was LimeWire? Okay, what am I thinking of?
Airshare?
Napster? What was the
Yeah, this equivalent of
one of
torrent-
those kind of
torrenting.
things, right? Yeah. So you got Dez is the main guy.
Yes.
His girlfriend is Dez
Dazzy.
2.0.
Dazzy.
Daz. Dez
Dazzy?
is Daz.
They changed their names.
And they're talking to Tony, who dies.
Hey, Tony. Yeah, Tony
Does she
gets killed.
die?
That's
Or
Brink
is she
Stevens.
just backed up?
Chelsea
really
the
die?
cat plays Tony's cat.
Yes.
I saw that in the credits.
Credited.
That was good.
Yes.
The way they get backed up into the computer is what I want to have happen to me. I've said
On a
that
CD.
before.
But when you die,
Sure, CD. You can make copies of me. You
I'm
can
too
burn a
fat.
couple
They're gonna have to
copies.
use laser discs.
Damn
Nobody's
it!
got
Is there a
that shit.
sci-fi movie
This guy's
that
too
came out?
fat. We need a dual layered Blu-ray.
HD Blu-ray.
What's that movie, Chris, where he puts his wife into like that computer box?
Archive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
It's not a bad movie. Pretty good, right?
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we can go through some of the deaths in this movie because
Do we have to?
I don't think my God,
Movie of the year, we kind of have to.
Spib, did you really not enjoy anything about this?
I really didn't. It was 60
what is
minutes
the
and it
matter
felt
with you?
so long.
It's so
Oh my
fun.
goodness.
I didn't think
do
this
you
felt
enjoy?
long at all.
Oof.
What'd you say, AJ?
What I was asking Spiv what he enjoys.
Here's what Spiv enjoys.
I'll tell you, I enjoy Air
extremely
Panic.
generic action movies. That's what
Yes,
Spiv
we know
enjoys.
that. We know that.
Extremely predictable action movies.
But do any of those have people being beaten on top of a mattress in the middle of the road?
I know that's
I don't think
entertainment.
so.
No, they
Can't
don't.
lie.
They don't zoom in on power lines.
None of them
They
have
have
this.
Palm
Driving
Pilots that
all
turn
the
into
time.
awesome animatronic robots.
The robots are the best part of this movie.
Spib, none of them have this.
You know what? You can suck the snotty end of my fuck stick.
You can suck the sweaty end of my cock stick or whatever she said.
Fuck stick.
Fuck stick.
The
Yeah.
snotty end.
Yeah.
What's that even mean?
Well,
Snotty.
hold on. I'll have to open
How
up
many
Paint.
ends are
Give me
there?
a second. I'll show you. No. I want to talk about the girlfriend, Dazzy's kill sequence.
Yeah.
He gets like
He's
mesmerized.
Like, hypnotized.
Yeah, he's
By
about
the-
to be sucked in.
the file sizes of the
Yes.
thing, and then she pulls
Smacks
the
down
plug.
his modem.
You're gonna be okay, all right? We're gonna call an ambulance. You're gonna be okay.
Hey,
I love that you're gonna be okay.
You're not gonna be okay.
That guy
Just
is
like
so
fucking
useless.
troned out of there.
how did it suck her in? She unplugged the network, right?
No, look at
That's
power.
what I don't.
Yeah, it looked like a
understand.
power cord.
Yeah,
And the
she was
screen
going for
still on.
the power.
She got the wrong surge strip. Or something.
She needs a surge protector.
That's why you need Cat
That's
6.
right.
This is the thing that makes no sense to me.
This is
Okay,
the thing.
this is the one.
The whole movie
Well,
hinges on this.
For the fact that like all digital data is all ones and zeros stored on hard drives and stuff. Somehow they're able to take the physical organic person and digitize them down into floaty blue electronics and they disappear into the ether. But
That's
are
how
somehow
Star Trek does it.
No, Star Trek destroys your body. You go in the teleporter and you're dead and
Oh,
they
no, we're not gonna
recreate
do
you
this, sorry.
when you teleport down to the
conversation.
ground.
That's exactly what
That's
happens.
actual science.
You just need a
teleporters.
Scotty. That's all you need.
That's what
Are
they're
you
doing in
not
Star
really
Trek, right?
you? You're
What
not
they
really
should
you
have
then,
done.
are you?
No,
Just have
you're
like the
not.
Tron camera that like scans you in.
Because if that's
The
the case, then
Scantron?
how does Barclay see those things in the transporter beam?
That's bullshit. It's fucking. Don't listen to Barkley.
Oh my god.
No, no,
Best
no.
character on the show.
I like Barkley, but come on. Like, you're really gonna. That
We're
doesn't
not
make any
talking
sense.
Star Trek.
We were talking science, and that fits, Lindsay.
Putting,
How dare
putting
you?
your foot down. No Star
Fine,
Trek.
fine. No Star Trek.
Wait. This is important, Lindsay. Do you like Star Trek Next Gen?
I used to watch it as a kid.
Okay. And you can stay on the
Okay.
podcast.
Wow. So heavy.
I mean, Star Trek Next Generation
heavy bar.
might be the best show ever made. I'm just saying.
It's
I'm
pretty
pretty
good.
sure it
I
is.
thought you were more of a Star Trek Enterprise guy.
Me? I think the second
You like
season
the
of Star Trek
Dracula?
Enterprise isn't bad.
I love
That
that
theme
intro.
song is
All right,
absolutely
all right,
terrible.
Jesus
Anyway, all right,
Christ.
back.
Anyways,
Let's
sake.
hold on.
We're
All right,
just
back
talking
on
about
track.
Star Trek.
We were talking about science, and it's semi-related. Okay, because this is what happens.
Hey, Desi. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna die. Desi!
Wow.
Hey, Desi.
I love that right after that, he's so distraught, he crawls across the floor and you can hear his leather pants squeaking.
Those are pleather pants.
Leather. Definitely
PVC.
leather.
Maybe it acted as a conductor, and that's what did it.
This apartment
Wait,
that
what?
they're living in.
How's
Wait,
plastic a conductor?
PVC is not a conductor.
That's a
God
joke.
damn it.
Oh,
Looks
Joke.
like
I'm
a,
throwing
that looks
jokes
like
out.
a basement.
'Cause there's
look,
no
AJ, this
explanation.
is a serious podcast, and we were already talking deep about science with Star Trek.
Science
Okay,
of
when
pleather
you throw
pants
in
is very
fake
important.
science,
I'm
They
sorry.
kinda
I'm just trying to be able to keep up. What can I say?
They took trash bags and lined them all across this room. Like they covered the
Yeah.
walls and the ceiling with trash bags to give
You
it
should
like
do
a
that,
gothic
Chris.
look.
Do that to your room.
I kind of thought about
To your
that's the
office.
wrong one. I kind of thought about doing that. I was like, this is the future, man.
You start wearing eyeliner.
I got no
pull
problem
off.
with wearing eyeliner. I'm not going to because that seems like a lot of work. But I don't care if you wear eyeliner.
I don't care either. I'm just saying you should
You
start.
want to talk about Sarah Jessica Parker again? I got
No.
this queued up there. You wanna
Throw up another X.
You want to
Can-
salt anyone else?
Hard on
Can we
Trace.
talk
I
about
am not
our
criticizing.
can we talk about our main character, Dez, and how useless
How
he is?
worthless
I mean,
he is,
he can pick a lock, but he's also the coolest guy to ever manage a hot topic.
I kept
He's
picturing
got
like
that
Trent Reznor, but like
right?
his dorky cousin,
His
Brett, like
untalented
Brett Reznor
cousin,
or something.
yeah.
I thought his acting was pretty terrible in this, but he's
Oh.
gone on to do like really big roles. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's been in big stuff. He's a working actor.
He's
But I
on
mean,
like that detective show
Gotta
right now.
start somewhere, I guess.
he has so many rings and he has the leather pants that he wears for like 4 days, so it's got to be funky as hell up in there.
Yeah.
And then he smokes Marlboro Ultralights.
What's that mean?
That's like
I don't know what that
most-
means, Lindsay.
back
not
at this
manly.
time, it was the most hipstery cigarette you could smoke.
Ah.
Was the Marlboro Ultralights?
It was like your
So,
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yes.
Okay,
very
of
much
cigarettes.
so.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But it was he was
Yeah.
trying so hard to make him cool, and he
Yeah,
just
he's
wasn't.
he's not that cool of a dude. Morpheus shows up. He is a pretty cool dude.
He is
Morpheus
pretty
is-
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
He flips his cape around.
They didn't
Dude,
have the
when-
Keanu. That's what they needed.
Yeah, he's budget. This guy's kind of trying to be budget Keanu. He's got the
Keanu.
kind of
Budget
body
man's
of
fish brain,
budget Keanu, just
Yeah.
not the persona. That's
What is Keanu budget of?
Keanu's not budget of anything. He's just Keanu.
Well,
I
he
think there's a
typically
better.
picks up movies that people pass on. That's why
Really?
he's Keanu.
I don't know.
Like action stuff.
Yeah, because wasn't Neo originally supposed to be Will Smith?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He usually is
Yeah.
like
See,
fourth, fifth
Will Smith
pick
would have been too
down the ladder.
charismatic.
Yeah, he wouldn't
Yep.
have fit that role.
Welcome to the Matrix.
He would have been. He would have been like. He would have like made it funnier, more fun instead.
Yeah,
of
it just wouldn't have been. Like he can do serious,
It would
but
have been
I
like
can't see him,
Independence Day.
fitting the
all
tone
over
of that
again.
movie.
Do you guys know who JonTron is?
Yes.
The YouTuber? Okay.
Lay off the fucking pill, man! What do you want?
That is JonTron. Oh
Is that
my
not
God.
him, right? Like what?
It is. Oh my God, that's
That guy was the
hilarious.
best actor in the movie.
Wait, you don't know who JonTron is?
That guy was giving it his all,
God, you guys are such boomers. Like what the
right?
fuck? I'm not, like,
Hey.
I don't watch his stuff, but I at least know who he is. He's like one of the biggest YouTubers.
John Trump.
He
Anyways.
does look like that
It's all right.
guy. It's
All right.
true.
Good God,
We need to get into the meat and potatoes of this movie, though.
What meat and potato?
The meat and potatoes being the musical montage. Let's start
Oh,
with
yeah.
the first.
Here's my theory. They were cutting the movie and they were like, we need some scenes connecting to all the scenes. So they went and drove around Los Angeles with a camcorder. And it's like, oh, there's a pink building. Oh, there's a guy beating someone up. Oh,
Transportation.
there's power lines.
And
Sounds
goddamn
like
if
a
it didn't
plan.
work.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
and-
old man.
And they
Like a
padded
movie of
their
the year.
lengths by 15 minutes.
Movie of the fucking year.
Yeah, insane. That thing was so cool.
That's the thing. Like, these little moments, like these montages are dumb, and I would have been okay with one of them, but there's 4 of them. But then you get scenes with these
This is
little
great.
robots, and it seems
So
like there's a
cool.
lot of effort put into it that I
when
really
he-
liked.
When he's
Yeah.
hitting
When he
that
picks
thing
that
on
up.
the wall, and then the
Yeah.
other wall, and then the bed, and then the wall, and the thing, and the wall, and he just
I
goes
wrote
back and
down
forth.
like I wouldn't be able to sleep in that room with that lamp. I'd literally jump out of the
Tilted.
window.
What was wrong with the lamp?
Oh, it's so
It was
disgusting.
askew.
Look at that.
Look
Yeah.
at it.
Oh,
That makes me just
so
want to jump out the
askew.
window.
That's how they turned this person's bedroom into a cheap motel.
Exactly.
They made the lampshade
They had to
crooked.
make it
Wow.
look seedy.
But this is an important part of the plot where anything electronic can be turned into a device
Yes.
of manifesto.
Even
Right, that's
writchwatches.
It's like Velvet
it's a
Buzzsaw.
smartwatch. It had an alarm.
Velvet
Right.
Buzzsaw. That's a good. Yeah, that's a good reference. Yeah, I mean, that is cool, and it comes up because they're traveling out into the desert to get away from everyone, and he brings his stock market smartwatch. Which does that really
don't
exist
think that
back
was
then?
a
I don't know if that
thing.
would even exist.
Well,
'cause-
and then it said that he was investing in, what was it, an electric dog pooper scooper? It's like, how do you invest? Does that trade on the New York Stock Exchange?
That was the greatest invention ever.
we get montage 2, which isn't my favorite. I think montage 3 might be my favorite. But let's go, just check out montage.
I like the second one.
Not cry for the ones I love.
I love
Yellow
this
filter.
one
Right?
because it's sepia tone to start out with.
Yeah.
That's because it's a memory.
Exactly. He's
It's a Western memory.
he's mourning his girlfriend, but then they just show some of the saddest pictures, like, oh, that mound of dirt reminds me of my girlfriend, so now I'm sad.
They look the same.
Or that pickup bed camper makes me so sad it reminds
Lindsay,
me of
I'm
my
sorry.
girlfriend.
I'm sorry. They look the same.
Wait, is that what you said?
That's what I said. Makes this one
God damn
We
it,
are
you need
up
a
to
Scott
2,
status.
you guys.
Okay, I apologize for interrupting. So
Oh gosh. Because usually when it's like a heartbreak scene, you know, they see other couples or stuff like that, but like a mound of dirt and a vacant lot and just trash.
Well, you gotta remember they're a little gothic and like emo in a way.
That's where we had sex. Oh, we had sex over there too.
You should have went to the cemetery and just cried. That would more fitting.
And that's why The Crow is awesome, because he's gothic and emo, but he doesn't cry. He gets out a guitar and fucking wails on top of a building while it's raining. That's what you gotta do.
So metal.
That's not Charles Band money.
That's not Charles Band money. The miniatures of that alone were way more expensive than anything in this movie. Yes. We got montage 3 though. Which the music.
I like how you remember
that
montage.
Well, that's the most important aspect of the movie. It's the heart and soul of the movie. That one had a more synthy undertone. I like the music better. I did not like the music in the last one. It sounded terrible. I don't know how else to explain it. It was just awful.
All the songs in this have like a ton of chorus going on, or they're just really out of tune.
Like late 90s.
It sounded like it sounded like shitty Collective Soul, which is just
sort of
It was just someone with
not where I want to be.
Pro Tools and a guitar, man.
Come on
and
shine.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what it was. All right. And then we got the final montage. And then we can rank the montages. That'll be fun. Let's do that.
It takes him so long to climb over that seat.
I know. that was the conflict of the scene with him like climbing over to some like really terrible fake Alice in Chains type thing or something.
Guys, we need the movie to be over 60 minutes. Can you stretch out the montage a little bit?
That's what you got to do, man. You got to do that to make it fit, to make it work.
Sacrifice for the craft.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Craft.
Sorry, my door opened. I just got pulled away.
Is it a ghost?
So, it's literally like, if you add it up, it's like 10 minutes of the movie is montage of an hour-long movie.
Oh, at least.
Which is 1/6 of the movie.
And then at least 5 to 7 minutes is credits at beginning and end.
Yeah, so it was what, an hour and 12 for the one version. So 5 minutes of that was credits. And then just 10 minutes. So you're at less than, 55 minutes of actual...
Wow. And we gained 10 minutes of them just driving in the car, too. On top of that montage.
Yeah, on top of the montages.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I kind of, like, I agree with you, Spiv. It feels, in a lot of ways, like, it feels like we're, like, unraveling some mystery in the correct amount of pacing at first. Meaning, like, it's dulled out enough where it's starting to unravel. As soon as you introduce Morpheus, who, by the way, is badass, though, it's, like, immediately, like... Okay, we're in the third act now. Like, wait, how did we get here? We're all of a sudden there's robotic monster demons and shit.
Who's the other guy to go to the server room?
Yeah, the spaz guy. Why did he have to be there at all? What did he have to do with anything?
I called him Doofus McDurp.
Doofus McDurp.
Oh gosh, why?
He just shows up.
He shows up. He needed somebody to kill off. That's why they needed fodder.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot the guy.
I mean, that was a pretty cool set, though.
I like the CD Brown.
Set was amazing.
Like, someone built that. Like, that's where the money went. That's where that $5,000 went.
Room there, yeah.
But see, when they kill the virus here, how does it continue?
Well, that's not the bad guy.
That's not the bad guy.
That's the helper, Aaron.
Yeah,
he was Wetwire.
Wetwire. It's the same. Okay,
do you know anything about DSL, Aaron? Because I feel like you don't at this point. Okay. No, that
what
was.
Does that have to do with this, Chris?
It's all. This was supposed to be like a website server or something. That's what they think a server farm looks like.
Once it's on the internet, Chris, it's too late.
That's actually.
They did
true.
get that part right.
But it's the same, like random conference room. Like the door is just.
But they turned off all the lights there.
I honestly think it's the same set as his basement with the trash.
I think that's
Probably.
AJ's attic.
AJ's attic.
It's your old attic, AJ.
It's my old attic.
When they pull up and say this is the world cyber headquarters, it's like this shitty little 3-story building. It's like, why don't you just get a shot of like a huge skyscraper downtown? Like one of those big glass skyscrapers. That would have looked a lot more cool.
Yeah, they were already like guerrilla at that point, just
That's
filming
true.
some random ass buildings. You might as well filmed a cool one. Yeah, it didn't sell the idea.
well.
I agree.
Well, if you
But
were
they
going to
do-
host
they
the
do go
internet
through the-
somewhere,
They introduced the CD collection here.
That was my favorite part.
With his girlfriend is
He's like
stuck
fondling him.
on a computer.
it's the list.
Oh, that was heartfelt.
I mean,
How much processing power do you think that took back then?
A lot.
look at all the processing power going on with his acting right now.
so much. Doofus McDerp. Oh.
Dude, he's got that Caesar cut going on.
Hey, the last fight sequence could have been cool. It wasn't, but it could have been. I mean, at least
Yeah.
the final boss,
It was quite a
Manifesto,
surprise.
looks
When
awesome.
he manifests behind. That was cool.
He kind of
Looks
reminds me of
like,
the monster
Dick
from
Rattle
Hardware.
head. Oh.
A little bit.
Oh,
It
yeah.
reminded me
Dick
a little
Rattle
bit
head,
of like with the robe and everything from Scrooge, Death.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can see
I
that.
kind
Yeah.
of
Not
thought
the
it looked
robots,
like a
but-
Power Rangers villain.
A little bit.
All these things sound
steampunk
awesome.
skull.
Though. the problem was Morpheus is introduced, and he looks so cool in his duster and shit.
Yeah, he's so cool.
And I was waiting for him to start ninja kicking and jumping and all kinds of
Hey,
shit.
he did that spin kick to the little ball guy.
He did do that.
That was
too.
awesome.
He
I
did.
didn't- I didn't-
That was awesome.
That was amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Might be up for best fight sequence, right?
I mean, yeah, pretty easily, I think. And that's it. Like, I guess the storyline ends with there's 7 people that know how to stop Manifesto or have the ability
It's the list of the warriors.
to. Morpheus and D's or whatever D's
Daz.
something-
Dez.
Des.
Dez, okay, is one of those people. Morpheus gets killed, and then Dez walks off into the sands of the California deserts.
To find the others on the list.
That's right.
Waiting for HorrorVision
Thirsty
2.
wasteland.
It's in the cloud now. There's no
The
stopping
sands
it.
of time.
What I really wanted to happen is for him to pull the list, you know, he gives him the list, and for him to open it and look at it and go, Rose McGowan, yes.
Oh yeah, because he says something about her ass or something earlier. Than
He's got a huge crush on her. I thought that would have been funny.
I think in 2001 we probably all did. Honestly, it was probably like Charmed or something.
I
right?
did have a pair of those pants that the girlfriend
Okay.
wears. The pleather
Just like leather?
pants. They were
Okay.
pleather. They weren't leather.
It's like
Not the
Travis
real
Liskey.
thing. Okay, one last thing to talk about. What do we think of the old man? What 70s prog rock band is he from?
Dude, it's Dave
That was a
Foley.
wig, right?
It's Fat Dave Foley.
Well, is
Oh shit! It is Dave Foley with long hair.
is it a cameo?
That
by
is a
somebody
cameo.
that we don't know?
Who the fuck
Yeah, I
is
don't know
that?
who he is.
Because
He looks familiar.
it was like in the credits, it was like featuring such and such.
Well, Brink Stevens is featured, but she's
Well,
in
yeah.
the opening. I don't know who that was. He looked
looks
like he was in a
very
70s prog
familiar.
rock band.
Is he
Okay, you
Crack
guys
Whore?
hack. Yeah, he was Crack
Dark
Whore, yeah.
Dell.
Thank you.
Dark Dell.
Everyone hack.
Dell
Dark Dell?
Howison.
Del Howison?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Howison?
That's who it was?
He's an actor known for
He's an
Dahmer
actor.
versus Gacy.
Evil Bong
Welcome to
420.
Dark Delicacies.
Oh, the guy from
Boneyard
Evil
Collection.
Bong 420. How could I forget?
Lord of Illusions. He's uncredited.
Evil Bong 420.
You like that, Smith?
Oh, it's so obvious.
Okay.
He plays Renfield in The Erotic Rites of Countess Dracula.
Add that to the wheel. We're
his
adding that to
eye.
the list.
He's in a movie called Limp Fangs.
Breastfield.
He plays Falstaff. What?
Right?
Okay.
He plays screaming townsfolk in The Naked Monster.
Okay.
Nice.
Add these all. Write these all down. These all
These
sound
are
like
all
well
on the
worth
wheel
our
for
time.
next week.
Yeah, that's HorrorVision. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about with HorrorVision? Are you ready to do alternate titles?
Ready?
Okay. Okay. Let's hear them. What do you guys got?
It's gonna be a while.
You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lindsay.
2001, A Pleather Odyssey. Cyber Douche. And The Matrix.
That's a good one.
Have you been cyber douching?
Oh man, they should turn fucking what's this guy's
Wilford
name?
Brimley.
Wilford Brimley into a cyborg in the sequel to HorrorVision.
Well, because our main guy had that cyberpunk tramp stamp Our hacker tramp
was great.
stamp on his back.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing. Can you imagine?
Oh my God! Look
Yeah.
at the line work.
That
below
is-
that.
Oh
Oh
my
my
That
God.
line work
God.
is total
That's
tramp stamp
embarrassing.
line work. Yeah.
I guarantee you got it covered up.
I hope it wasn't real.
I hope it wasn't really
He did it.
there.
It's real. He did it for the movie, for the sake of the art.
This is going to be his big break.
The whole team
He's
got one,
committed to the
guys.
role.
Everyone got one.
All right, Aaron. I'm going to need you to take a
trilogy.
big breath and let's get through these. Go.
Okay. What happens when you take the blue and the red pill?
Oh, that's good.
Sad Tricks, Dawn of Morpheus. For Scott, I have a few for you. Titty Vision, Tit-O-Vision, Horny Vision, Web 6.9, The Dork Web, Hackers and Slackers, Leather Pants and Smelly Gents, The Birth of Microsoft Teams, Gone Viral, Cyber Flunk, Cyber Junkies, Corpses and Conduits, IoT, Internet of Terror, PDA, Personal Digital Assassin, ISP, Internet Sexy Pictures, STD, Sexually Transmitted Data, CVE
pretty good, actually.
666. Okay. NAT, NAT, Network Anus Translation.
What?
that one was a little bit of a stretch.
Oh, bad choice
Gotta
of words.
stretch on the anus.
WWW Worldwide Wah. UDP User Daemon Protocol. TCP Titty Camera Protocol.
So stupid, Aaron.
Yeah, I know. SMB Super Masturbator. FTP Favorite Titty Pictures. SMTP Supermassive Titty Pictures.
Jesus.
I think you have a problem.
It's just too easy. Subnet /666 routed to hell. Daemon of Doom, Brobots, You've Got Fail, Cocaine and Caps Lock, Control Alt Deceased.
That's good.
That's good. Copyright that one.
That's save that. We need to make that movie. That's a good.
That's good.
Yeah, 666, the number of Chrome tabs I have open right now. All right, that's it.
Yeah, was the numbers on the lady's door supposed to be any significance?
I didn't even
Did they
see
say
them.
696.
696? Because it could
was
have been
Turn it
Turn
upside down.
Yeah, 666.
Yeah, I think it was just being clever. So.
I thought the nine
Supermassive
was gonna
titty
fall, but it didn't. Yeah, Aaron, that was really good. You really spent a lot of time on that. and
I
was
whittled that
timed.
down from like
lot.
60.
That was awesome.
Christ, man. Okay, mine suck, but I got the
talent,
lame
Aaron.
tricks, cyber
Lame
junk,
tricks.
and Des nuts. Like these nuts. All right. Paul says dumpster vision and fear.com. Oh, come on. I didn't want to say that.
I had one of those. I took it away.
Come on, Paul.
That was actually the original movie was supposed to be called Fear.com.
Yeah, there
Didn't
is
they
a movie
make that
called
movie?
fear.com, though. Hey, that's what we're doing next week. All right. Irene has a few. Matrix 3D, 50 Shades of Bad Music, The Truth About 5G, and the longest music video ever. And this is what I like. Desi does hacking.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right, Aaron. Are you okay?
I'm great.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, that was good. Impressive.
Let's move on and play a game.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of puppet. Try your best to slap in. Your conclusions are highly pleasant. Shall we play?
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. This is a audio game. Whoever's clicking away, what are you clicking at? We're playing a game. Spiv. Focus. This needs your full attention.
Playing
This is
Diablo
called...
3.
Yeah, he's not clicking nearly enough.
Yeah.
Anyways, horror or snorer. You will hear a sound. It's either the sound of somebody getting killed in a movie or snoring. And you need to tell me whether it's a kill or a snore, okay? Are you ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
That sounds like a killer.
Horror thing, yeah.
I think it was.
I think it's a
very
trick.
rapid.
I think it's someone snoring.
Spiff?
I think it's kill.
It's from
Zombieland.
Zombieland. Bill Murray. All right,
Bill
next
Murray.
one.
That's a snore.
What the
That's
hell
one of
kind
your
of...
guinea pigs.
You want to hear it again?
That's like my one friend in high school, Frank, he would snore and he sounded like a duck.
Really?
It was the worst thing ever.
That's a snore.
Yeah. Quack.
Snores.
Like, what the fuck?
That is so weird.
It's got to be fake, right? That's a
That has to
snore,
be.
but it's got to be fake.
Oh,
All
my
right,
goodness.
next one.
Chainsaw.
That sounded like
Yeah,
a
that's
chainsaw,
what
so
that-
it's sleeping, snoring.
I think it's snoring.
You want to hear it again?
Sure.
Like
It's
a
an
Sounds
evil
like a
pig.
snore.
Yeah.
This dog is awake and snoring.
Dogs are awesome.
All right, next one.
That's someone
That's
getting
from
killed.
last week.
That could be a snore, though.
It's someone being murdered.
I think that's
Yeah, I think
snoring.
it's
Snorgasm.
Save your alternate titles. That is a kill.
Electrocuted.
What's
Man,
that
you guys
from?
are too good at this.
What's
I
that
don't
from?
remember what movie it's from. All right, next one.
Someone waking up from a snore.
I think that's a kill.
I think that's a kill, too.
That's something.
Okay.
Gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
Yes! Bring
Thanks,
it
Billy.
back.
It's killing.
We're gonna
Damn, that was
watch
loud.
Thanksgiving, the third one, next.
Dirt bike.
Snore.
Yeah, that's that moped from last time. It's a Honda.
Please be a
Honda.
snore. Please be a snore.
It's a car. It's a car.
Snore.
That's grounds for divorce.
That's Billy Corgan's warm up before recording.
Put on a concert.
Excuse me?
Play that one.
Someone being killed.
That's kill.
I think it's a kill.
That's
All
pretty
kung fu
amazing,
movies
whatever
are
that
the
was
best.
We
from.
gotta watch that.
Those are the best.
I think you guys have gotten them all right. I thought this would be a little harder. I should have made the clip shorter, I guess.
That's a
They're using like one of
snore.
those
That was
kid
too echoey.
microphones thing.
They're
Yeah.
putting a kazoo up to their nose.
Yeah.
Versus-
Okay, and the answer is that's a cat snoring to a microphone thing. That's awesome. Okay, well, you guys suck. You guys did them all right.
Just
Why
what's
is
our
that?
prize?
Why do we suck? We know a lot about
I
snoring.
thought it was going to be a little bit more challenging.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was fun.
I forgot to make a new movie clip, so I hastily put one together in 3 minutes before we started the show.
Oh my god! Why did
So
you do
it
that to
is-
yourself?
It is terrible. And away we go.
I'm ready.
We thank you one and all and wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's Christmas time in LA. But one man didn't get an invite to the party.
If you are a mysterious party crasher, you are most troublesome for a security guard.
Sticks and stones may break his bones, but for New York cop John McClane, words also hurt him.
You really an American?
Only if New Jersey counts.
It takes a hard man to kill, but an even harder man to cry. Bruce Willis stars in Cry Hard.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
That's what people do when they watch his new movies.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
All right. Okay. Spiv?
Chris.
Actually, we'll come to you last. Lindsay,
Okay.
would you recommend HorrorVision?
I would, because it's not very long and there's just so much confusing stuff in it. And there's seeds of what could be a good story in this. They just never get to it. Because he says at the end, we're the ones that have to fight this. And I'm like, well, you have 5 minutes to do that, so you might want to get on it.
Okay. AJ?
I think I'm going to say no on this one. I was really on the fence with it, but I just think like without like an overarching story to really connect and make sense. They had fun moments with like the alien critters and some of the makeup and special effects were cool and stuff, but like it just wasn't enough for me. The montages weren't keeping me interested.
Aaron?
Yeah, I struggle with this one too. I think, if it's only an hour, it's free on Tubi, so if you've got an hour to kill, it's really might be worth watching, but it's just I struggle with a lot of it. I am impressed with like some of the special effects and stuff that they pulled off for the budget. I kind of like the idea, at least the concept of it is pretty cool, but it's just the execution. It just feels like half a movie. It doesn't feel like there's a whole movie here. So I would say maybe just throw it up on Tubi and skip around a little bit, check out some of the cool parts, and then move on.
Spiv?
No.
God damn it, Spiv. I wanted you to go last so you could come around on it. I don't agree with anything you guys said. And the fact that
Supermassive
like,
protocol?
No, you're like, there's not enough here because of the filler scenes.
Pictures.
The way I see it is there's so much jammed into so little time.
There's so much jammed into it.
Yeah,
I think you just want to love it, and I understand it. I wanted to love it too because we haven't watched a good sci-fi, and there's very few out there.
It was a cool concept. I'll give you that.
It's okay. It was fun. It was very inspired by The Matrix, so a lot of people are gonna love it because of that.
They had Morpheus.
I think the funness outweighs the montages. If the montages weren't in this movie, would you feel like it was worth time, Spiv? Worth your time?
It would have been better, but then it would have only been 40 minutes. So if that meant that they could have gone past where they ended it and actually ended it, then yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's also just like, to me, it's like the opportunities. Like they could make cool stuff. They were able to do all these cool things. Like I want more if you're able to do that. You could pull this off. I don't want half.
Yeah, there's potential there. There was more potential there than fully realized. I'll grant you.
Save the floaty.
There was money.
For the
there was a
end.
budget.
Yeah, there was a little bit. Okay, I guess only a few people recommend it, but I do recommend it. I think it was fun. I had a good time with it. Like it's short, it's to the point. Lots of good stuff in this. Yeah, that's gonna do it for HorrorVision. Let's move on. Read some emails.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Last week we checked out The Chill Factor, snowmobile horror movie from 1980 something.
93.
Or 93, because it's sat in the can for 10 years. Joe McDonald, which is a new name for me. So welcome, Joe. How can HorrorVision be a 2001 movie that references good horror and sci-fi movies from 80s and the 90s still look like some shit from the 1980s made for TV movie? The answer is it's a full moon picture. Ian the Filmmaker. I do like.
Okay, I was trying to comprehend all that, but that's fine.
Chris was taking it in.
I was still putting the numbers together.
Okay. It's a movie from the 2000s.
Gotcha.
It references good movies from the 80s and 90s, but still looks like shit from the 1980s.
I didn't think it looked 80s. I thought it definitely looked early 2000s. It was shot on. It was shot on video,
stuff,
right?
Yeah, it was totally.
It was very 90s. I mean, the music,
late 90s.
Yeah,
yellow
okay,
filter.
yes, sure.
Like,
Ian the Killmaker says, AJ, that's what's called Chekhov's incest.
Mm-hmm.
If you introduce sibling groping and innuendo in the first act, then the siblings have to make love in the third act.
This is just Ian pulling
That's
his
nice.
fantasies into the podcast yet again.
I thought that was
fair.
pretty clever, Ian. It's pretty.
It was clever. It was
each their own, I guess.
Paul,
That was a storyline they needed in Star Trek.
The incest in Star Trek. Chekhov. There's some little incest with
The whales.
The whales.
The whale is his
Are you
brother?
suggesting
It's
the
violated by an earworm. But...
Oh yeah.
God. That's such an awesome movie.
It's a great movie.
Paul, AJ's look of pure disgust when it's mentioned that Knight Rider's first cut was 17 hours is amazing.
Yeah,
AJ,
you guys complaining.
how can you be on the fence for this movie yet you hated Knight Riders? Ugh.
The Renaissance Fair?
Okay.
Yeah, but you guys complain about the runtime of this thing, or complain about this thing. An
I
hour
mean, this-
into Knight Riders only get you through halfway through the first
Yeah,
act.
this movie had more direction than Knight Rider's, thankfully.
But Knight Riders had a full story arc, even if it was a rather small arc.
Yes, it did.
I was interested with Knight Riders the whole time. This one I lost interest at like 20 minutes. But anyway, Paul says, I feel like everyone on this podcast needs to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre again. It's one of those rare movies that's practically perfect, and no one's stepping up to bat for it.
I mean, I think it depends on your
Well, we
flavor.
barely mentioned it, so I didn't think we had to step up for it. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that movie is a classic of horror. I
I've
think we
never
all
seen it.
appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah,
I've never
for that
seen it.
aspect.
Never
I'm
seen
not
it.
in love with the movie, but I get why it's.
It's I don't know. I like it. It's got some really cool shots. The opening shot is awesome.
Mhm.
It obviously was of a time and introduced some new
for
stuff.
sure.
But it is also like, I do not like what's his name, Randall or whatever, who's
He's
in
so
the wheelchair.
annoying.
So annoying. He almost ruins the movie. It's really amateurly edited a lot of times. I don't know, maybe it's at the time, but I don't know. It's fine.
I like that movie a lot. I do like the remake too, though. The remake was very well done.
Jessica
Never
Biel.
saw it.
With Jessica Biel,
I should watch it.
her butt is very nice in that movie.
I'm definitely watching it. Did I say the quiet part out loud again?
Something 777. Mike de Rosier, true story. I have a friend and his brothers and him, and he used to snowmobile all the time. They used to go on a creek and go under a bridge. Well, one winter it flooded, and his 18-year-old brother went through the bridge and was decapitated.
Holy shit.
Can you imagine being there for that?
Whoa.
That is insane.
With all the snow, too, with like blood on it. Oof.
Oof.
That's disturbing, man.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. It's a good image.
Damn.
Canadians.
Ian also says, I thought the snowmobile chase at the end was the football player that had gone for help.
Yeah, that was the thing
no,
we were talking
it was
about.
not at all.
No, I disagree. I think it was as well.
They stop at his body and look at him, and then they keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not the football player.
What?
And there's
But
no
the
barbed
football
wire
player is the one
around
who
or
died by
anything.
the barbed wire earlier.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
barbed
it's
wire
not the
around. There's no
football player.
fence posts.
I'm
it's
gonna
the
go
tr-
back. We're gonna
It's
go
just
back.
Tree.
he's a
We gotta watch
demon
it
now.
again.
He's a demon. He can jump around. He can get in your head.
We're gonna
Whether he's
check
there
in
or
on
not.
that.
You think
We're
he's there?
gonna check it next week. We're gonna check
Oh my
it.
goodness.
Look at we're gonna do
Yeah,
it.
see, Joe McDonald has the answer. They find him during the chase sequence, and the demon guy points at him. I was surprised he didn't rise up at all. I was too. I thought they were going to join in and have a big demon chase, but
Oh, they rise
That
up
would've
like
been
Game of
cool.
Thrones. That would be cool.
yeah. That's our reader feedback for Chill Factor.
Cool.
If you'd like to leave feedback for us on this episode of this trash pile of a movie, you can do that on our YouTube,
Come
and I might
on.
read it next week.
Give him an X.
His attitude. I'll tell you what.
He's
I'm
only
gonna-
speaking for.
Just wait till we get.
I'm only speaking for
0.5% of
80%
us.
of the podcast people.
Just wait till we get a generic action movie. I'm gonna shit all over it.
That's right.
Just to
I already
rub
told
it.
you.
the
Air
wheel.
Panic, man.
Spin
Air
the
Panic.
wheel.
All right.
Battle trucks.
Just added. If it's battle truck, I'm quitting the podcast.
Battle truck's on there? How is that possible?
It's on there. If it's battle truck, I quit the podcast.
Why? It's supposed to be good.
Still
you don't want to watch a good Thirsty Wasteland?
So let's go through
Shocking Dark.
We have
the king of Mad Max ripoffs, Chris.
Okay. We have Deadly Memories, the Donald Farmer classic. We got Nightmare City, Italian. Witchcraft 2, which we're all really looking forward to. Shocking Dark, which looks amazing. And, of course, some Thirsty Wasteland. Waste of time called Battle.
We haven't seen a
great.
Thirsty Wasteland in years.
Do we replace, Was that replacing Battlefield Earth? Because that's
I got rid of
great.
Battlefield Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Most of the people already saw it, apparently. I thought you guys
Well,
had
I haven't seen it.
It's too good.
Yeah, it's not. Okay.
It's not too good.
All right, we are going to spin and away.
Do we need to
go.
clarify the spin rules?
If it lands on a line, we respin.
We're spinning again.
Right.
Okay, we're all on that. Everybody agrees.
Yes.
Why does it
Here we
look like
go.
a lemon and a lime?
It's going the wrong way.
What's their sound?
Geiger counter.
No, for the fucking sake. Yes.
Oh, it's
Not
gonna be
like
horrible.
this.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Are you kidding me?
I have
This is
to
great.
wash my hair
This is great.
next one day.
We were back in it.
All right, the winner was Witchcraft 2. Which I don't. Yeah, I do have a trailer. Okay.
Everyone's so upset right now.
Okay, so
This better be some
I am
boobies
excited.
in this one.
Well,
I am excited
Lindsay?
for this.
Damn it, yes.
Lindsay, there wasn't a trailer I could find, but I was able to find a scene, and I think
Okay.
it'll satiate your desires.
A little higher. Much better.
Oh.
Thank you, William.
You know, that's what I wear when I clean out the gutters too. So
You've piqued my interest, Chris.
Something's peeking over there, Aaron.
What the fuck are we watching?
It's gonna be good.
Jesus.
Witchcraft 2, I don't
Home
know if it's
Improvement
available
Edition.
anywhere.
Is that guy Bob Vila? On
Wasn't
this
it?
old house.
I think it. I
think
found
it's
like
on
every
YouTube, isn't
witchcraft
it?
but the first one.
Witchcraft 2, if you Google it and then video tab it, it is available on some site called Video Detective.
Video tab it.
It's
I
totally
don't know.
trustworthy.
But it is not available on Tubi for whatever reason. It might be available on
It's
Amazon.
on the YouTubes, Chris's.
No, it is not. It is the full movie is on YouTube.
I believe so.
I feel like that's like a gamble.
No, that's not it.
Okay. Well, you're on your own for Witchcraft 2 for next week. That's what we're doing. God damn it.
It's witchcraft.
It's gonna be a fun one. Can't wait.
I wanted the farmer. I wanted the Donald Farmer. We'll never get the farmer.
Well,
All right.
Maybe next time.
That's it, guys. That's it for HorrorVision. Great movie, even though Spiv didn't like it, but he doesn't like fun. So that's going to do it. If you like what you heard, please go to iTunes, leave us a review. It'll help out the show. We'll read it on the air. It'll be a great time. Everybody will clap. We will sing your name, enjoy, and all that kind of crap. And then go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow. Sign up for $2 a month. Get access to the pre-show. It's every week. It's over a half an hour. We talk about all kinds of things. We talked about potholes. We talked about zoos. We talked about... what else did we talk about?
Steven
Maybe
Seagal.
don't tell them what we
Steven
talk about.
Seagal. We talked about...
Steven Seagal.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's amazing Instagram
That's
dance.
true.
Yeah, that was fun.
And
We talked
yeah.
about Patreon garbage pre-show topics.
Yeah, we
Yes.
covered. Also, that's a good point, Aaron. And you get access to the Slack, where we talk almost every day about random shit. But you can access to it if you're a patron and you sign up $2 a month. Patreon.com/badmovienightshow. That's my elevator pitch, putting Lindsay to sleep. She's quickly passing out over here from all of the boring rambling I've been doing. So that's
She's
it,
on
guys.
Central Time.
That's true. Central Time. It's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon over there. It's still light out. What the hell? Anyways, all right, that's it, guys. We'll catch you here next week for Witchcraft 2. Goodbye.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. Podcast. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night